Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Happy Monday. Thanks for sharing part of your Monday with me. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. That pushes the video out there just a little bit farther. I've got a lot of information to share with you guys in this video. And as promised about 4 days ago, I mentioned a warehouse that what looked like a warehouse flying in the sky. Well, I've got the video done and ready to share with you guys. So you guys are in for a treat, those of you that have joined the live stream. What's up? Are you Yeti? No, I am not Yeti, but I've heard Yetis out there. We're looking at yet another earthquake over in Japan. We started the day off with a 7.6 magnitude earthquake right there, coming in at about, 25 miles deep. And then less than 15 minutes ago, there was a 6.6 magnitude earthquake in the same general area. This would be considered an aftershock, I suppose, but still, that's a very big aftershock. And not only that, it's very shallow. 5 miles deep. So that one has tsunami potential. So we'll have to keep an eye on the 6.7 that just happened. It's not indicating anything about a tsunami right now. But again, it's very early. It just happened. So activity continues to rumble over in the Pacific Ocean, and understandably so, as the Pacific Ring of Fire is a hot spot right now. We just saw yet another interplanetary shockwave right here, absorbed primarily in the Pacific Ocean from another Earth-directed solar flare. This was a M3 solar flare right there in the last couple hours, actually. That's 7 M-class solar flares in the last 72 hours. You've got to be kidding me. And 1 X-class solar flare in less than 24 hours. So we can still see some more X-flare activity. In fact, here's some of the activity right here. I put together just a brief slideshow to bring you guys up to date on what's happened in the last 24 hours on the Earth-facing side of the sun. There was a little solar tsunami and a couple of M-class solar flares. Down here, you're going to see an X-class solar flare. There was another look at the M-class solar flare that did send a CME towards the Earth. There was the X-class solar flare. That one was a little bit too fast. It didn't create, look at that flare coming off there. I mean, came right at the camera. Are you serious? There's the X. Again, it was too fast. There, I just put it in slow motion so you could see it up close. But what ejecta there went back onto the surface of the sun. So there was an X flare from that very busy region, but it was this area right here, the M8 solar flare that hurled the jumbo CME towards the Earth, and it's inbound literally right now as I'm doing this video. And looking at the planetary K index, it is flat as a pancake. I mean, there's no density in the solar wind. That's what this is indicating, or at least that's what that's telling me. Let me look. Yeah, 0.28. Are you serious right now? That is flat as a pancake, but that's about to change upon the arrival of the CME that is earthbound. And here's another look at the most recent flare right there, the M31 that occurred on the southwestern limb of the sun. So the activity continues on the Earth-facing side of the sun, and it's about to get interesting, guys. So if the skies are clear in your area, make sure you step outside tonight and take a look to the north, as you may see some auroras in the northern skies, once again, if it's not cloudy in your region. But with all the earthquake activity, it can be traced back to the planetary alignment that we're currently in and will be in for the next several days, and along with the solar activity. So a lot going on, and a lot will more than likely continue over the next few days. Okay, guys, here we go. As promised, here's a look at the Earth-facing side of the sun. Again, the LASCO 2 and 3 aren't showing anything just yet. There was a solar flare that went off in the western direction. You can see some activity right there, but they're not caught up yet with the most recent activity. But I'll keep you guys informed of earthquakes and solar flares, any tsunamis that may arise from the 6.6. I doubt it. It would take something a little bit stronger, but it depends on the type of earthquake too. You just never know. Okay, I started the video off with this. This showed up on the Stereo Ahead spacecraft. This was something large and in charge that flew between the spacecraft and the Earth and the Sun. That could be very close to the spacecraft, and it could be very far away from the spacecraft. Whatever it was, it appears to be bright or was bright. This occurred just right around 24 hours ago. It was bright. Obviously it was picked up by the spacecraft that monitors the sun. This is the stereo ahead. This monitors the sun. It orbits the sun with the Earth in front of the Earth. SOHO orbits the sun with the Earth right directly with the Earth. This is out in front of the Earth several million miles. So whatever this was, it was out in front of the Earth to the right, in between the spacecraft that monitors the sun and the sun. Don't know what that was. Could have been big, could have been small, but either way, I found it very interesting, and it kind of ties in with what I have to share with you guys today out of Blackwell, Arizona, because it's big and it was in the night sky. So I'm going to play this video. I finished it up this morning, and this is quite fascinating. I'm going to play the original video. All I did was zoom in, and it's got narration, once again out of Blackwell, Oklahoma, by Nick Price. You're going to see something huge. You guys are in for a treat here. This is a rare video. It was only shared with me. Something big, legitimately big, and it's not an airplane, flying in the nighttime sky above Blackwell, Oklahoma. There's the original vertical video on the night of 12/4/2025 at 9:55 p.m. They were driving down the highway, and as you're going to see, they were up to nearly 100 miles an hour following this thing in the sky. It was moving kind of slow, but it looked slow because it was so big. And they're over here on this freeway, and you're going to see the camera go down, and you're going to see the dash showing nearly 100 miles an hour. Check this out. All I did was zoom in. It's right there. You guys are in for a treat. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you like the video, guys.
What is that?
Original unedited.
I hope y'all can see this. It's like right there, dude. It's right there. I bet it ain't 500 foot off the ground. What the fuck is that? Nobody else seeing this shit? Okay. It's like right there, sitting there, just sitting in the sky, not making a sound, just hovering.
That's all one unit.
We're at 100 mile an hour. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? It's like the Phoenix Lights or something. Some kind of deal. Oh shit. There's my exit. Oh my god, bro. It's a Frederick Blueberry, because I mean, they're out every night. Something different, different town, different lights, different bullshit. You know, if it ain't Frederick Blueberry, then we're renovated slowly but surely.
He missed his exit because he was filming this thing.
Pardon my French. Put it in the ball.
It gets even better.
Nobody else seeing this shit? Nobody else looking? Okay, whatever. I'm seeing it. I'll be looking. I always be looking in the sky. Oh, man. Why ain't nobody's even looked up, I guarantee you. Nobody's even fucking looked up. Looking up when the shit kind of hits the fan. That's about to. It ain't a damn drone either. There's a drone. Drone my ass. Where'd it go? Where did it go? And just like that, it's gone.
No, it's not gone.
Hell to no. Hell to no. There it is. That's a big ass ship. Oh my god, it's a big ship. That's a huge ship.
You heard the man. He said it was a huge ship.
It's just sitting there. There it is. My heart's racing.
He says heart's racing. He missed his exit, was doing 100 mile an hour, pulled over and stopped. And you can see it just kind of moving slowly through the sky. Okay, what we're going to do now is put it in fast forward. And you can see it's moving as one cohesive unit. See it? Those aren't drones. Those aren't little Chinese lanterns. That right there is a little technique you can use to verify if indeed there is something in the sky as one unit. There it is again. They're moving at exactly the same speed because they're attached to something larger. That was, as he said, a large ship in the sky. And when I mentioned the other day that you're going to see a video of something that's about the size of a warehouse in the sky, I wasn't kidding. That thing is huge. It's probably 1,000 feet wide, if not bigger. There it is right there. And again, the man was driving down the freeway at 100 miles an hour, missed his exit, took the first turn he could find, pulled over and stopped his car to find this thing again. That's the type of impact this thing had on him. You just don't see things like this every day or every night in the nighttime sky. You don't. And this thing wasn't even trying to hide. There it is. That's all one big unified system, whatever it is. And it is big. It wasn't making any sound. Right there above Blackwell, Texas. That's the secondary here. I put it in fast forward right in here too. So you could just kind of see that these are not little Chinese lanterns. That was a big, big craft in the nighttime sky. Great job there, Nick. Nick Price? Yeah, Nick Price out of Blackwell, Oklahoma. Very good job. And if you notice right there, you see the triple stars right there? That's Orion. So more than likely, this was looking to the southeast, I would assume. And the object, whatever it was, right there, was traveling to the east, possibly southeast. Right there it is again. Massive, massive craft above Blackwell, Oklahoma. Great job, Nick. Thanks for sharing, buddy. I want to take you guys now to Columbia. Check this out. This isn't necessarily massive, but it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 30,000 feet high in the sky. Just sitting there in broad daylight above Medellin, Colombia. Let me turn the volume down because there's no narration here. Video sent in by Tim. You don't see anything because it's so high up in the sky. He saw it. We're going to zoom in on it even closer. And then I'm going to show you a couple of modified versions of whatever this was. It was like a diamond in the sky, right? There's no strings to this thing, no type of cable or anything like that, implying that it may be a kite or a balloon. And not only that, let me back it up just a little bit again, just to show you. Okay, you can't see it, all right? So it's up in the neighborhood of where airplanes fly, big airplanes, over 20,000 feet. So I'm assuming, just based off of that perspective right there, that it's somewhere between 20 and 30,000 feet high. Here we go. Black diamond in the sky above Medellin, Colombia. Just sitting there. No flashing lights. No tails or cables on the bottom implying that maybe it's some sort of a weather balloon. Looks like it was jet black. And it's a diamond. And I'm using different formats here because what I'm trying to do is pull forward smaller features that aren't necessarily seen in the original video. And these techniques would reveal a small feature hanging off the bottom, implying a balloon collecting data, especially this one. Nothing. Just a black diamond in the sky. You can't make this stuff up. You don't have to. Just be alert. Here you go. I darkened it up. This one would have definitely shown any other type of, solid, like anything hanging off the bottom, any type of extremities off of one side or another. No. Just a black diamond in the sky. You can zoom in even closer. There you go. It's a little bit, pixelated right there because I'm as close as I could get. I couldn't get any closer without becoming 3 or 4 big pixels, and that's it. That's as close as we could get. But there you have it. a diamond in the sky above Columbia, not a balloon, not an airplane, not a helicopter, not a drone. Seriously, this thing was at around 30,000 feet. So wasn't trying to hide like the object above Blackwell, Oklahoma. It wasn't trying to hide. This thing was just casually drifting through the nighttime sky right there. And like he was saying, nobody would look up. He was the only one that happened to notice it. There were other people driving by, and maybe they did see it. But like I said, he got up to 100 miles an hour before he realized it, missed his exit, pulled off the side of the road and started recording that thing, whatever it was. That looked like a flying warehouse above Blackwell. Wow. Once again, great job, Nick. If you guys have any photos or videos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. The very first thing I do every morning when I come in the office is I check the Dropbox, and that's the Dropbox tab right there. And then I go from Dropbox to email. But if you have a large video that won't attach to the email, click on this tab right here that says, have a large video. Watch, I'll show you. Click on it, opens up a Dropbox right here. Somewhere on the video at the top, please include your first name, date, and location. That's it, just your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. I check the Dropbox first thing in the morning. That's what I do as I'm waking up. Looks like another M-class solar flare, a smaller one, looks like an M1. Good grief. Sun's starting to get feisty right now, so that's 8 and 72 hours. We're currently in the middle of another M-class solar flare. Wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't an X flare sometime this evening, because the Earth-facing side of the sun is still very rambunctious. These sunspots could be, let's put it that way. They were very rambunctious on the backside of the sun, and they've gotten quiet since they've turned to the Earth-facing side of the sun. But that all could change at any time. Like you see right now, there's another M-class solar flare occurring right now as I do this video. Here was the last one that occurred about an hour and a half ago. More than likely does have an Earth-directed component, but this just happened, like the earthquake that just happened, the 6.7 that was downgraded to a 6.6. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, every time, you have to wait on the satellite data to catch up with the surface data. The satellite data will tell you if there's any type of solar flaring, like here. You can find out here at the LASCO. This is the close-in view. If it does have any flaring, it'll show up here first. And right now, see, again, it's too early to tell. Sometimes I can get data from the stereo, but it hasn't updated yet either, so it's too early to tell on that one. So I'll keep you guys updated. Once again, flying warehouses above Blackwell, Oklahoma. Are you serious right now? Yeah, make sure you hit the like button, guys. That'll send the video out there a little bit farther. I greatly appreciate it. Here's a look at Mount Kilauea this morning. Looks like we were on the surface of Mars there for a few minutes as the sun was coming up. Mount Kilauea put on quite a show yesterday. Or I'm sorry, the day before. It erupted for 18 hours straight, this is what it started out at, just to kind of give you the breakdown of the day. At 3 o'clock in the morning, this is how it started. And then all of a sudden, a few hours later, after sunrise, it started really cranking out the lava. And it was throwing lava all day long, creating some of the biggest lava flows they've seen in a long time. And some of these lava fountains were in the neighborhood of 1,000 feet high, at least long. They were going off to the left over there, and they were going a long ways. All of them were very big. There were 3, sometimes 4 fountains going full speed at one time. So Mount Kilauea was super active today, reacting to the high energy solar flares and CMEs and active regions and sunspots. We're seeing the Earth respond with earthquakes and like I said, volcano activity, all kinds of things going on. Now we're waiting on the geomagnetic storm activity, and that should be arriving anytime. Right now, like I said, the planetary K-index is as flat as a pancake. There's no density right there between 12 and 1500. I don't know that I've ever seen that. No measurable density? You've got to be kidding me. What we do, detach from the sun? That's nuts. That's all going to change, though, as soon as the CMEs arrive. and the skies will start lighting up in your location. These have the potential to go down into the mid-latitudes. We'll see. It all depends. The Parker spiral, which is right here, shows the CME arriving right there. So I don't know. This one could be a little tricky. This one could be a little tricky. We'll have to see. I don't know if it's going to come directly. It's coming directly at the Earth. It's undeniable. The denser part is the black. See the black? That's the densest part of the CME. And there's the densest part. So it kind of looks like it's splitting apart. There's still going to be auroras, absolutely. But how far south they go remains to be seen. And that looks like arrival time around midnight tonight. So you might be able to see them here in the United States, definitely Canada. So step outside and take a peek up into the northern sky. Once again, if it is not cloudy in your location. All right, guys, listen, that's all I've got for today. Once again, inbound CMEs en route. There are multiple CMEs headed towards the Earth right now as I do this video. And once they arrive and once this energy starts impacting the Earth, it could go on for a couple of days at least. So we'll have to wait and see, and I'll keep you guys updated in real time. As soon as I get it, you will know. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Have a super day. And as always, be safe out there.